Hey yo, what is going on, you guys? It's me! It's your boy, AceoX. AceoX! That's me! You! And I'm back with another reaction. This time I'm going to react to The Wrath of Cortex is consistently frustrating by Penguin in Pyjamas. This is the first time I'm reacting to a video by Penguin in Pyjamas, so I'm excited to see what their video style is and stuff like that. And about The Wrath of Cortex, Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex was my first ever PS2 game. Back in the day. As a kid, I loved the Crash Bandicoot series, especially the trilogy on the PlayStation 1, as well as Crash Team Racing. That was awesome. I was really good at that, and I'm usually never good at anything. But in that game, I was awesome. I beat my mom in the game. And yeah, I have some really great memories from that time. We always played against each other, but we always agreed that our goal is that at least one of us gets in the top 3 and beats the computer players. Yeah, and the Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex was my first PS2 game ever. My first PS2 game ever. And I'm not looking fondly back at it. It's not a good game. There's no other way to put it, especially coming right after Crash Team Racing, as well as the trilogy, the original trilogy for the PS1. It was really disappointing, really bad. It was also the first Crash Bandicoot game that wasn't developed by Naughty Dog. They sold the game rights, the IP itself, after Crash Team Racing. So I think they sold it to Warner Brothers, but I'm not so sure, cause the developers, at least I know, are Traveler's Tales. Yeah, Crash. They made Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex, Crash Nitro Kart as well as Crash Twinsanity, and Nitro Kart was okay. Crash Twinsanity is one of my favorite Crash Bandicoot games ever, even though it's unfinished and buggy and just really fucking weird, but I love that game. I love it. But yeah, unfortunately, The Wrath of Cortex was a dumpster fire. The load times were insane, even for the standards back then. On the PS2. It was awful. I remember this the most vividly than anything else about the game, because I was just sitting in front of the damn loading screen so many fucking hours as a kid, and yeah, that sound alone gives me PTSD flashbacks. The loading screen sound. But aside from that, the game, it didn't look good even back then. It looked kind of plasticky, kind of shit. The gameplay was ass. It was not able to hold a candle to the original trilogy, gameplay wise, story wise, hell, even graphics wise. And I mean, we're talking about the PS1 games. They look better than a PS2 game. Just think about that and then jerk off, cause that's what I always do when I think about stuff. The story was weird, the gameplay was just so shit, you know, that there were some power-ups that weren't really useful at all. The whole mask stuff is fucking weird. The dude, what was his name? Buff Crash Bandicoot? I don't know his name, I forgot his name. Yeah, he's a shit character. Yeah, I did not like the game. I tried to like it back then, but I just couldn't. It was not a good Crash Bandicoot game. Twinsanity came out, I think, after Nitro Kart released, and that one was definitely a step in the right direction. Unfortunately, they lost the rights. It went to, what was it? Well, anyway, it just, it went to different developers, well-known developers, but I can't remember which ones. And then they made Crash of the Titans and Crash Mutant Ninja Turtles, whatever the fuck, I don't know. And then in recent years we got the Crash Insane trilogy and Crash 4, It's About Time, Crash Team Racing remake, everything. Yeah. But yeah, no. The beginning of the PS2 era for the Crash games were bad, starting off with Wrath of Cortex and followed by Crash Nitro Kart. And then there was also the stupid ass, what was it, Crash Tag Team Racing? That wasn't good either. Hell nah. Not good. Not good. There are maybe 3 levels or so I remember which were okay-ish, but aside from that, nah. The boss fights were shit. Stupid ass mini game like stuff, especially the one in the ball where you gotta fucking turn the rocks your color. Fucking dumb. I hate it. The stupid Simon Says stuff in the water boss fight thing. Nah. The running away from that dude and then spraying him with water in the fire boss fight. It's stupid. It's stupid. I did not like it. I don't like it now. But yeah, so when I saw this title, The Wrath of Cortex is consistently frustrating, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna put it on my watch later playlist. And it's been sitting there for a while. But now finally I decided I want to see. I want to see what it is all about and just shit on the game. It was a big part of my childhood, but that's not going to stop me. I'm gonna shit all over it, and then jizz on my shit, and then piss on my jizz, and then fart on my piss, and then throw up on my fart, and sniff my own ass. Like a true G. Hell yeah. Fucking hell. Alright, so enough wasting time, enough yapping, enough AceoX style. Let's just shut the fuck up and finally start the video. Jump cut here, please. Thank you, Editor AceoX. Looks like I forgot to do my usual shtick at the beginning of the video. So I'm gonna reuse this one. You know, there's an explanation for everyone who's watching this video. Just so you know. I fucked up. But here we go. Like always, go into the video description, click the first link in the video description under the credits tab to get to the original video by Penguin in Pajamas. Leave him a like, leave him a comment, tell him Crash Insanity is the best. Fuck you. Also hashtag Crash Wrath is ass. Yeehaw! Cowboy Crash Bandicoot on the prowl, yeah. On duty, bitch. Pang, bang. Yeah, exactly. Tell him that word for word. And obviously subscribe to him. So without further ado, here we fucking go, motherfucker! Oh yeah, so good.
Crash Bandicoot is a really good game.
Yes.
It's a little outdated.
Yes, I agree.
Crash Bandicoot 2 is an even better game that fixes and expands on the original's gameplay.
Hell yeah.
Crash Bandicoot Warped is another excellent game.
Yeah, my favorite.
Expands on the gameplay of the previous 2 entries with new characters, vehicles, and powers.
Just seeing this and hearing it is great.
Cortex,
but this, no.
Very similar to Crash Warped.
But shit.
It's more or less exactly the same, just
no.
more powerful hardware with a new set of levels.
It was a lot jankier and
was a lot more.
Shit.
With controversial.
Shit. It was shit. Just say shit. It's shit.
Critical reception than the previous entries. But
yeah.
Why? If the gameplay was so similar, how did it do so much worse than the original trilogy?
It wasn't polished.
Not that.
Okay, Star Wars.
I mean, the first 3 Crash games.
Yeah.
To get to the bottom of this, we're going to have to take a close look at the mechanics and level design of Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex.
Alright, I did not expect it. I thought he's just gonna shit on the game, but it looks like he's gonna break it down. That's much more interesting to me. Now I'm fucking hooked. Before I was like, yeah, let's shit on the game. But now I'm like, yeah, let's break down that fucking game. Hell yeah. So yeah, I'm all down for it. You know, I like to critically analyze stuff as well. And I just realized that I never actually sat down to break down why I don't like The Wrath of Cortex, why I think it's a shit game. Because yeah, actually, if you just put it side to side to Crash 3, it's basically a copy of that. But somehow so much worse. Even though it's on PS2 instead of PS1, it's I mean, it's a different developer, so there is always going to be a difference because it's not the original team, right? But what are the details that make this game as bad as it is? And I never actually took my time and wrote down all the stuff I don't like about it. But yeah, now this video is going to break it down for us, the dude in this video, and I'm all for it. I want to see what his conclusion is, why this game is the way it is, and let's see if we agree with that. So without wasting any more time, let's continue. Let's continue watching. I'm down. I am hard. Small penis, but hard as a rock. My penis is stronger than my biceps. Think about that. Think about that. What that means and everything. Analyze that. Small penis, really hard, and still stronger than my goddamn biceps, my goddamn arms, my goddamn legs. Hell, even stronger than my ass. And I can crack an egg with my ass. I've never tried it, but I know I can. Think about that. Visualize it. Visualize it in front of your third eye. Me cracking an egg with my ass. Now that's a sight to behold. A sight for sore eyes. A sight that'll make you a real man. Alright, shut the fuck up, Aceox. Continue.
Not to nitpick or make fun of it. Okay, I am going to do that a bit.
Yeah, good.
Hopefully we're also going to learn something.
Yeah, I'm down.
The game lets us start with any of the first 5 levels, but I'm going to pick level 1 because, frankly, that's just the sort of person I am.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm running
Start
this on
with
an
1.
emulator so I can play it in HD. Don't worry about it.
The emulator stuff there. I remember there was an issue with one level that completely crashed the game, so I'm interested to see if we encountered that issue as well. But I couldn't fix it. So as soon as I heard he's playing that on an emulator, I thought, oh man, there's some stuff that happened when I tried to play it on an emulator. Maybe, I hope it doesn't happen to him, and if it happens, I hope he can distinguish between, you know, what's actually in the game and what's the fault of the emulator, issues that are caused by it and stuff like that. So it doesn't wrongfully attribute it to the game. Yeah, not that it matters, because the game is still shit. But yeah, to be fair. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Yeah, yes, I know you care. That's why you're still watching. You care more about this than I do. I know. I can hear your voice inside my head, inside my brain. Dude, chat, dude. Chat, dude.
See this pit? Most players will
Yes.
just jump over it without thinking. But if you're not one of those pro gamers who reads the instructions or has played another platformer before, it might take you a few seconds to figure out what to do. But that's kind of the point. Once you get past this pit, the level designer can rest assured that you've at least figured out that you can press X to jump.
Yeah.
Now they can do the same thing with all the other.
Hold on, what did it say?
Press X to jump.
I don't know why this credit didn't break. Yeah, it has some random bugs.
Of the game. That way, you know that the player at least understands the fundamentals, so they won't get stuck on something that other players might take for granted.
Yeah.
Like how in Crash 1, there's this big pile of boxes to make sure you know about the spin attack.
Yeah.
Or how in Crash 2,
That's
there's this one specific enemy to make sure you know about the spin attack.
Yeah.
Or this bit.
Yeah, I think that's great design. If you can explain the controls and also test the player, not through stupid as walls of text and videos and stuff like that, instead through the level design itself. That's cool. I like that. That's unfortunately a rarity nowadays. It's just hand-holding non-stop. Games are getting so goddamn hand-holdy. It's insane. I just wanna, you know, I don't know, just let me figure it out myself, man. I don't want you to hold my hands. It's gay. And I am super gay. You know, gay and super gay, it's not the same. Gay is when you like to suck dick. Super gay is when you say you like to suck dick. But is it the truth? I don't know.
In Crash 3. And here in Crash 4.
Yeah.
Fun fact, you don't have to use the spin attack until the 7th level in the Wrath of Cortex. And that's a water level, so it probably doesn't even count.
Yeah.
The first standard level that forces you to use a spin or slide attack is the second boss fight.
That's
which is
shit.
about 2/5 of the way through the game. Look, I'm not saying everybody was getting stuck here because they couldn't figure out how to press the square button.
Yeah.
This was the first multi-platform Crash Bandicoot game, so it probably would have been a good idea to make sure the player knows how to do a basic attack.
It was also released on the Xbox, I think, and something else. GameCube. Oh yeah, GameCube.
Too. Want to see how Crash 2 shows off nitro crates for the first time?
Yeah.
Now you know that it's a bad idea to touch
Oh, hell no!
Same goes for the switch crates in Crash 1 or the roulette crates in Crash 3.
Yeah.
You get a clear example on their own to explain what they do.
Yeah, that's good design.
Cortex comes in with TNT crate, roulette crate, jumpy crate, bouncy crate, nitro crate, switch crate. Oh look, a metal crate. Watch out for that slippery ice.
Shit. I mean, obviously, if you come from the other games, you already know what everything does, but the game expects you to already have pre-game knowledge, and that's shit design. Even though, I mean, technically it's a sequel, right? But still, some people start fucking like I did with the Yakuza series. I started with The Man Who Erased His Name, which is new. Is new-ish and one of the later games. So yeah, I didn't know how anything works, so someone gotta teach me, right? And they expected, I don't know, they probably expected only fans to buy this game, but it was a launch game, wasn't it? So what the fuck were they expecting, huh? Now that I think about it, it doesn't really quite make sense. But yeah, they obviously expected you to know the controls beforehand already and the mechanics and everything, which is really shit design. It's even worse than these stupid walls of text. It just shows that they probably didn't even think about it. And if they didn't think about it, that actually explains a lot. Because some of these mechanics in specifically this entry are really shit and not well thought out. Huh, okay, interesting. That explains quite a bit indeed. Huh.
It's a lot of new things.
He's frozen.
All at once. There's far too much here for a new player to take in, especially on the very first level of the game.
True.
Moving on.
True.
If you can get all the way to these platforms, which have awkwardly rounded edges for some reason, and you haven't died yet, you'll unlock this no deaths platform. If you step on it, you'll be taken to an alternate path where you can pick up the blue gem.
Ooh.
It's actually a slight change to formula. The Wrath of Cortex has exactly 5 of these no-death platforms.
I don't remember them, to be honest.
The 5 coloured gems, and then each of those gems unlocks a new path, which always ends with a clear gem. Secret level entrances from the previous games are completely gone, and this time around, you can always break every crate in the level, which unlocks another clear gem, on your first playthrough. In other words, it's always fairly obvious what you have to do to get all of the gems you need.
Yeah, and also that kind of takes away from the replay value. I personally did not like it if I missed a single box and had to replay the entire goddamn level for that again and replay it 7 fucking different times to get all the different crystals and gems and the fucking time trials and whatever the shit and the special stuff. And I did not like that. So I think actually that change is kind of better in my opinion. Let me think about it. No. No, but I can't explain why. I don't want to. Obviously I know why, but I'm not telling you. No, I don't know. And I don't wanna waste any more of your time, of your precious time theorizing about what the reason could be. But yeah, no, I think they should have just toned it a little bit down, you know? Instead of having to play through the level multiple times, maybe just twice or 3 times max, and that's it. I don't know how to put it, but I think you understand what I mean, right? Yes, I believe in you. My baby boy, you are my son after all, or my daughter, or my son, daughter. Both. At the same time. Damn! What the fuck?
For 100% completion. Which is actually listed as 106% completion, because there are 106 collectibles in the game. And,
yeah.
You know, maths is hard.
Yeah.
Hot take?
Yeah, but the old games did that as well.
Old games was a massive headache.
Yeah.
Not knowing which gems were accessible, having to
oh man,
to actually see behind you. That one level that's only accessible by being killed by this.
Yeah, that's so. You know what? Now he's explaining why I first thought that making a 180 like they did with the Wrath of Cortex in that regard. Why that was my first thought that it was better, cause all that shit that annoyed me in the originals. But yeah, no. I figured out for myself that I don't like the Wrath of Cortex approach. I don't like the original trilogy approach. They should have just done something right in the middle, you know, slap bang in the middle, just reducing that shit to a minimal amount, and that would have been good. But no, they did not, right? Yeah, nah, did not. Did you fucking pay attention? At attention! Fucking rise, penis!
Yes, really. And that red gem that hovers so tempting,
Oh,
just
God
out of reach.
damn it, yeah, I remember now.
But you just can't figure it out, so you have to look it up online, and it turns out you were supposed to go to an entirely different level. Then these crates in order to get to this platform,
so
which for some reason teleports you into a secret warp room with another entrance to the first level.
Yeah.
Except this time you start in a new area which has an impossibly difficult ice skating section that eventually drops you right on top of it.
Makes sense.
Why didn't I do that earlier?
Logical.
Well, at least you don't have to do all of that again when it's time to smash all the crates for the clear gem. See, the only crates in this section of the level are nitro crates, and they take care of themselves once you find the detonator a little later on. In theory, you'd be able to include all sorts of crates here, and as long as they were close enough to the nitro,
I was skeptical at first.
Hit the detonator too. And by in theory, I mean
I was looking like that because I was skeptical at first because I seem to remember a level where that wasn't the case. But I guess it was either something else or I'm misremembering. Yeah, just wanted to clear that up. And of course, Crash Wrath of the Cortex fucked even that up because I remember something like that happening in that game. But I guess we'll see if I'm right or wrong in a second.
This is exactly what the Wrath of Cortex does for every single side path.
Oh, really?
Every death route and gem route is covered in nitro crates, which does mean you don't have to worry about them if you're just trying to break every.
Okay, I seem to misremember that part about both
without having
games.
to take you back to the main route. Unfortunately, using the same obstacles over and over again makes these sections feel
boring.
Very repetitive.
Yeah.
They all revolve around awkwardly jumping over rows of nitro crates. None of them include any checkpoints either, so they're all really short too. It's a real shame, because these are the last few areas you'll play through for 100% completion.
Yeah.
Sorry, 106% completion. This is
let it go, dude, let it go!
Are supposed to be. The ordeals that only the most dedicated players will reach. Separating the good from the great. The ultimate tests of marsupial mastery. But they can't do anything.
I just realized I don't remember half of the game, but I beat it. I definitely did.
There could have been so much more variety here if the boxes in the side paths just didn't count towards the total you need for the clear gem.
Yeah.
But mainly I'm just sick of jumping over nitro crates.
Yeah.
That said, it seems pretty
too much at some point.
Go for each gem in a separate run, since they've tried to make it impossible to get both the box breaking gem and any side path gems in one go. Yes, you heard me. They tried, but did not succeed. You don't actually lose any gems you've collected when you die, and we already know that
don't
have any checkpoints, so
yeah, you can abuse that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I totally did that on purpose, by the way. Don't ask me how I originally figured this out.
Sure. I believe you. I believe you. Huh.
Man, I wonder how you do this bit.
Oh. God damn it. You killed her! You killed her!
Oh, yeah. In some of the levels, you play as Coco instead of Crash.
Yeah.
If you're wondering what her gameplay is like, she plays exactly the same as Crash, except she can't slide.
Yeah, but also her hitbox is really strange, kind of, and the attack is slower. So it's not exactly the same, but the moveset, the idea is pretty much the same, except some, like you mentioned, some stuff that was not part, like this fucking, what was it, the slide thing? Yeah.
Or tiptoe, or do a
That was a shit. That was also a shit.
In other words,
bazooka was useless in this game, but yeah.
Female character and made playing
Shit
as her feel
upgrades.
like punishment. I'm
Yeah.
sure it wasn't done intentionally, but it plays right into the stereotype that girls are somehow weaker than boys. And it's even worse when you remember that in the previous game,
I wish she was badass.
That helped establish her as the brain to Crash's brawn. In Crash 2, she's the one who figures out what Cortex is up to.
Yeah.
This feels like going backwards on that characterization.
I didn't think about that, but yeah.
Hashtag not my Coco. Although it could be worse, I suppose.
Nah, that's the best version. That's the best version.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Let's talk about the jumping physics in this game. The problem with this game is that the jumps are very, very floaty.
Yeah.
You go up slow, you get
That's
down,
what I
and you
hate
don't use
the
any
most
control
about the
midair.
gameplay in this game.
This isn't a bad design choice on its own. It gives the player a lot of time and control as they land.
It just feels shit.
That requires precise movement as you fall. It's a problem here because Crash Bandicoot levels aren't designed like that.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot levels make you constantly walk towards the screen and occasionally jump over a hole in the ground or hit a scientist across the room. In that kind of environment, it starts to feel more like you're controlling a balloon instead of a bandicoot.
Yeah.
When I played, I was constantly overshooting platforms and jumping straight into enemies because I thought Crash had hit the ground, but he was still falling. It takes so long to reach the peak of a jump that clearing obstacles is a lot harder than it should be. And you have so much precision when you're jumping on a platform that the only way to make a single jump challenging at that point is to make you land on a single crate hovering over a bottomless pit, which perfectly demonstrates the flaws with the new camera. One of the tricks the older games used was to put the
What is this? What? My brain did not compute that.
pit, which perfectly demonstrates the flaws with the new camera.
The flaws with the new what?
One of the clever tricks the older games used was to put the camera on a fixed track. It was mainly for technical reasons, so that they could hide faraway parts of the level that hadn't loaded yet, but a side effect was that you always had a pretty good idea of where Crash was going to land. The Wrath of Cortex uses a dynamic camera, which moves up and down to follow Crash whenever he jumps.
Oh, okay, I see now, I see.
But it makes it way harder to track where you're going to land, especially when you
True.
I mean, look, you can't even see the platform anymore.
Yeah, that's an issue.
They've moved the camera closer to the ground.
I never
It's a bit
thought about
subtle,
it, but yeah.
But it makes a big difference in perspective.
I agree.
These crates looks easier to jump on to you. As I said,
I don't know. No,
intrinsically
just
bad.
joking.
They're just not a good match for a Crash Bandicoot game. The new camera adds a layer of frustration every time you jump, and the new jumping physics lead to some bizarre level design. Like, I'm moving left here after I've started falling. It's very strange.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of new mechanics,
That doesn't make sense.
let's have a look at it in action.
That's shit. Yeah. That's probably the singular worst power-up I've ever seen in a video game.
So
Because it's also
this-
pretty underused. Yeah! So much action! So dynamic! Oh shit, look at this! This is so cool, yeah! That's the good shit!
to this? Really? The original power-ups were so good. They were fun to use, they felt powerful, and they even added
Wait, am I...
depth to the platforming. They gave you a real sense of pride and accomplishment for defeating each boss.
Yeah.
This is nothing. You hold L2 and press
Shit.
direction for a few
The
seconds.
tornado spin also is shit, and the bazooka is useless in this game.
Locations, and it's useless anywhere else. And I do mean useless. Because it only works if you can walk directly on top of a nitro crate.
Yeah.
It never comes up. It feels like it's only in here because somebody said, hey, we should add a new power-up in this one. But nobody could think
Yeah, definitely.
improve the core gameplay.
That's what I meant. The game just feels like they didn't think shit through, and it's interesting to see the actual details that make up this feeling I got while playing the game back then and even today. Yeah, interesting. They, if you look at this, it looks very amateurish, you know? Like, did they make games before that? Yeah, right? It wasn't the first. I mean, Traveler's Tales. I mean, think they made the Lego games, right? So they have the knowledge and the history and the practice and everything. Why did they fuck up so bad at that time? Because that's some shit. Like, you know, I'm not a developer. I'm not a designer or anything. I don't know shit. So I never really thought about, you know, the smaller details, like he explained with the camera or the jump arc stuff and the movement. That's like, what, huh? How is he moving when he's going down? When he's falling? Descending? And stuff like that. But as a developer or designer or anything of games, that's something you should know. So, you know, I can excuse it if it was people that never made a game before, because that's how you learn about that sort of stuff. Practice, learning, adapting, improving. But no, they definitely are 100% sure they made games even before that. And to see that they didn't really put any thought into this game, into the mechanics and everything, the design, whatever, the power-ups, it's kind of mind-boggling, especially if you consider the fact that the Crash Bandicoot games up to that point, before it was released, before Wrath of Cortex got released, they were popular. They were very popular. So at the very least, you could have expected them to take that shit serious, you know? But seems like they didn't. They didn't for some reason. It's weird. It's weird now that I think about it. It's really sus. Really sus indeed. I'm gonna take a short break because I've already talked over 41 minutes. What the shit? I keep saying that I gotta change it, and I do, but I get the feeling I'll never change. I'll always be AceoX. Yeah, damn. Yeah, but I'll take a short break and I'll be back refreshed. Penis. Alright, so I'm back. God damn it, my goddamn guts hurt. I got bubble guts today. Feeling gassy. Like that, yeah. So yeah, I've been gone for quite some time, so I don't know where we left off, but yeah, I guess I'll know in a second once I press play. But yeah, I'm back. Let's continue. Let's shit talk this game and see what else it fucks up. Yes!
Just threw something in at the last minute. But don't...
Oh yeah, the power-ups. Alright, okay.
The original first boss reward is still in the game. Inexplicably in the red gem route on level 8.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just kind of randomly floating there. It's a very strange place to put a power-up.
Yeah.
Because this is probably
what
one
the
of the
fuck?
last areas you're ever going to visit. And it might be confusing or annoying to reference a power-up that the player might not have yet, so the Super Belly Flop is also massively underused.
What is not found? Is that...
Okay,
is that when there's a joke? Like, there is no use for it? Or
say about each of those things individually? So, I'm just gonna CinemaSins it.
Alright, okay. God damn it.
You can hit these nitro crates but still survive, which leaves you stuck unless you can nail some awkward slide jumps. And
that's
remember,
weird.
This is the very first level, so a lot of players probably don't even know about slide jumps yet. The time trial expects you to randomly roll backwards for some time crates here. It's impossible to tell
that's
how close you are to
damn.
the effect. This bridge looks safe enough to run across without jumping, but you're just...
It's not, I remember that, yeah.
The camera angle makes it really hard to tell which side of the track these crates are on.
Damn, I remember. Yeah, I'm starting to remember.
These enemies aren't even in the way. You can just walk around them. How are you supposed to dodge that? There are hidden mines everywhere, and they kill you if you slow down.
It's as if they didn't play test it.
Massive downgrade. It's got a huge hitbox, takes hours to turn around, and it replaces with these unreliable explosives. Doesn't even give you an extra hit. Why are there invisible walls here? This level has a massive difficulty spike for no reason.
Hold on, what? Invisible?
Invisible walls. These unreliable explosives. jumps.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't even give you an extra hit. Why are there invisible walls here? This is a massive difficulty fight for no reason. The platform looks like it's going to say...
It's also so inconsistent. It's so strange.
Fair. You can't see Coco's shadow while you're jumping, so it's impossible to tell whether you're going to make these jumps. The controls on this level are so counterintuitive that I guarantee you'll drive into a pit the first couple times you...
the fucking Jeep sections,
Interesting ever happens with it. I have no
idea the
pistol is aiming.
Nothing happened with it.
Specifically supposed to do to hurt Crunch. If you're going for the hidden gem and you miss any of these flags, you have to replay the whole level to try again.
Oh, yeah.
So slow.
The fucking climbing,
Basically everything I said about the submarine also applies to the mech suit. Also, if you jump from a standstill while you're in the mech suit, there's a huge delay and you lose almost all air control. Each body part has its own separate health bar, but the game doesn't tell you. So you're stuck wondering why your attacks start to do no damage towards the end of the fight. Compare this to see which parts of the robot are being destroyed.
I did not know that. I thought the game was just buggy. Still to this day, I did not know that. That's interesting. Okay, so it's actually well, that's really shit design. That's extremely shit design. What the fuck? Dude, this rapid fire breakdown of all the shit that's wrong with this game just brings back so many bad memories I had with this game. It's giving me flashbacks every couple seconds. God damn it. My heart can't take it. My heart can't take it. It's getting fucking broken over and over again in such a short time. Shit, yeah.
Ages for this turtle to carry you to the start of the level for some reason. It's impossible to tell how high this crate is on your first time through. The first platform moves you forwards, but then the second one collapses and kills you with no warning. If you die while you're attempting the death route, you have to try again. But if you die on your way back to the platform, you have to restart the whole level to try again. If you try to double jump, you'll almost always fall off these monkey bars and die. You can't tell the platform moves until it's too late. You have to use the fruit bazooka to attack Crunch, even though you can't use the bazooka in any other boss fight in the entire franchise. Also, why is Crunch
Oh, it's Crunch. I just...
It's
so many infos at once. God damn it. But you can see how slow my brain is. But yeah, Crunch. That was his name. Crunch. That dude is weird. I always thought, like, what the fuck is that? Is that goddamn, like, Crash? Like, Crash? A goddamn Bandicoot? Is that? Or what the fuck is it? Why is he buff? What does he have? A metal arm? What's going on? Wasn't he his brother or something? Something like that? I don't know. The story is weird anyway, because wasn't he created by Dr. Neo Cortex? Crash? I think so, right? And how can he have a brother? How can he have a sister, by the way? Now that I think about it. Yeah, okay, the story never made a lot of sense. I gotta admit that. But still, yeah, having this character come out of nowhere and be important or something, no, it's weird.
Dracu masks. And of course, the level you can win by doing literally nothing. Seriously, I'm not even holding the controller right now.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Another sea bass? But none of these problems are bad enough to ruin the game on their own, right? I mean, we know the core gameplay loop works because it's identical to some of the most popular platforming games of all time. Sure, wonky camera angle can be a pain to deal with, but it's not completely unusable. The new power-up isn't very interesting, but you only have to sit through it a handful of times.
I think the issue, of course, is all of them combined, but I think also, well, we had 3 games before that during the PS1 era of that type of gameplay. Oh yeah, I just randomly remembered there's also Crash Bash. There was Crash Bash. That was the first non-Naughty Dog game, right? I think so, right? Yeah. So this one wasn't even the first. Anyway, the core loop was already kind of tired because it had 3 games already. And they released, I think, within 1 year. Each one within one year time span. So it came out like this and this and this and that and bitch motherfucker. So just copying what the last game in the trilogy did. Obviously, wouldn't have worked even if the issues the Wrath of the Cortex game has weren't a thing. Even then, it would have steep hill to climb because the third one was already tiring. So just copying on its own wouldn't have worked anyway. They had to innovate, and they didn't, or rather they did, but in confusing ways. They innovated or improved upon the bad stuff, making it worse. It did not get better. It got worse, and the good stuff got worse as well. It just got worse. They just made worse. So yeah, I think that those two reasons, and also the games always walk the fine line between frustrating and fun. Especially, you know, the first one. The first one had shit controls, and you can tell it flip-flops. Your mood flip-flops from having fun to being absolutely frustrated in the first game, and at the second one they smoothed that out, and the third one was extremely easy because they smoothed it out even further. And then this one drops, and it's back to the first one, you know? So yeah, I think that's also a reason. So I came up with three reasons why the game shit. Yes.
There are a few sections that will cause an unfair death or two, but they're not that difficult to get past once you figure out what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's true.
And the Coco levels are pretty bad.
I think that also another issue is that all these things combined that I mentioned just a second ago make this game just feel like a bargain bin type of game, you know, like shovelware, like throwaway bullshit, or some early indie game type stuff. You know, and that coupled with the fact that the Crash Bandicoot series was big at the time, just, you know, creates this really weird disconnect, this really weird contrast, and I think that also adds to why it is shit. So yeah, 4 reasons. There you go. I can name you more, but I don't want to. Nah, but 4 reasons I think is enough. That explains, at least for me, explains to me why the game was shit, instead of just, you know, me feeling like it was shit. Now I know. Now I know why, and I know definitely it is shit. It's not just a feeling, it is shit.
Games are perfect. They've got their own issues, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
But it was so much more polished.
It's difficult to overlook 1 or 2 problems. One bad one camera issue, one weird vehicle segment, one unlockable, or one poorly explained mechanic.
But if you combine them, it's
so
shit.
Many of those issues, all piling up on top of each other, they start to get a lot more difficult to ignore.
Yeah.
Eventually, it starts to feel like the whole game is just one frustrating experience after another.
Yeah, I agree.
But look, I know I've just spent 19 minutes talking about the parts of this game that I don't like, but it's not like it's a terrible game. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's a good time as long as you can
no
frustration. And it may not be the most original PS2 era Crash game.
I mean, if you disconnect it from the series and call it something else, then yeah, okay, it would be a pretty standard type of game. You can have some fun with it, but as a Crash game, it's, I think, one of the worst. Easily one of the worst. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. No. But yeah, I see where it's coming from. Yeah, and I think if you ignore the fact that it's part of a beloved series, a beloved game series, then yeah, a lot of the stuff can be forgiven. But as a Crash game, it just is disappointing, frustrating, and shit compared to the other games. So yeah, but without a comparison, yeah, okay, yeah, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's standard shit at least.
But it does hold up better than the other offerings of the time. Let's just say the golden age of Crash Bandicoot was definitely over.
No! Hold on! How dare you? How the fuck dare you put Quest for Insanity on the same level as the shitty mutant games? God damn it! It's so much better than Wrath of Cortex. I'd say it's one of the best Crash Bandicoot games. Even though it's unfinished and buggy as fuck and has some really weird design decisions and strange story beats and whatever. It felt like an acid trip. It was cool. It was unique. It was cool. Don't diss my favorite Crash game. Crash to Insanity is the GOAT. That that was the last spark of hope this goddamn series had, and then it got crushed because right after that the rights went to Activision. There we go, Activision. It was Activision. Yeah, they got the rights. Yeah, there was yeah. Also, Crash Nitro Kart was kind of okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. Just Wrath of the Cortex was real ass, and Crash Bash for PS1, that was shit too. Yeah, but then you had shitty Crash Tag Team Racing, that was ass. And then you got the stupid mutant games, they're also ass. And I tried to like them. I gave them multiple chances and also fair chances, but they're just shit. They're shit. Beat 'em ups, or rather shit hack and slash games, or whatever the fuck. They're shit, even for what they tried to fucking do. They failed. It was shit. But not Crash Twinsanity. You can definitely tell that the developers had a goddamn identity crisis at that time. But I think it's one of the most unique games ever, if I think about it. It has so many things that shouldn't work, but they work. They kind of work. And that's what makes the game good. Yeah, also the story is hilarious. The jokes was so much dumber than usual. But yeah, don't diss Twinsanity. That shit was good. Yeah, I agree with the mutant ones. They signaled the death of Crash Bandicoot. Then they made the Insane trilogy and it came back with the Crash 4. That was cool, yeah, but insanely difficult. It asks too much of you at points, in my opinion. But yeah, let's finish this video. It's just like a minute or so left, so let's finish, and then I can continue to yap fucking randomly. Yeah.
So, if you're looking for a worthy sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped that innovates on the core gameplay while adding
this ain't it
with more powerful hardware, go play Crash 4.
Yeah!
But if you're looking for a case study on how small design decisions can make or break a game, the Cortex is an excellent choice.
Yeah, just don't expect to have fun.
Travel is called Warped, and the one where they warp through different dimensions is called It's About Time.
Huh.
Sure that's the right way around?
Interesting theory, but that's just a theory. Ah, yeah, that makes more sense if they switch the titles. Huh. But yeah, obviously the fourth one, the title, It's About Time, obviously is because the game is about time travel and shit. But also, it's about time that we got a new Crash Bandicoot game. That was the joke, yeah. But nah, it makes sense. Crash 3 should be It's About Time, and Crash 4 should be Warped. But then again, if you think about it, in Crash 3 you had the warp room, and I think that's what it came from, that you warp to different whatever the shits. But yeah, good video. Good video. I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't expect this type of video. Like I said, I thought he's just gonna shit on the game, and I was all down for it. But yeah, no, he broke down why the game doesn't work, why it is the way it is, and I didn't expect that. I appreciate it. It's actually more interesting than just shitting on it. Shit opinion about Crash Twinsanity, bro. But aside from that, I liked it. It was really good. So I'm gonna give him, there we go, a subscription. I subscribe. Definitely deserved. And before we end this video, like always, damn, jump cut here, please. Thank you, Editor AceoxReacts. Like always, go into the video description, click the first link in the video description under the credits tab to get to the original video by Penguin in Pajamas. Leave him a like, leave him a comment, tell him Crash Twinsanity is the best. Fuck you. Also, hashtag Crash Wrath is ass. Yeehaw! Cowboy Crash Bandicoot on the prowl, yeah. On duty, bitch. Pang, 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 bang, bang, bang. Yeah, exactly. Tell him that word for word. And obviously subscribe to him. So back to whatever the fuck. And now that I cut back to it, let's continue the outro. And in my comment section down below, tell me what you want me to react to next. But try to tell me a specific title or series or whatever, because if it's about a topic I'm not familiar with, I don't know what to look for. So yeah, do that and I'm happy to oblige. I can also pick out something myself if that's what you want. I'm just gonna pick out something random like I've done many times so far. I can do that too. Just let me know and I'm on to it. Yeah. I'm on to it. So yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah. Yes. This has been the Small Penis Man. Small Penis Man out. Ass! My goddamn bubble guts, man. It hurts. It hurts. It fucking hurts. And for some reason, I can't fart. I don't know why. My body doesn't want to fart. I need to fart so bad. Fucking... It feels like my goddamn stomach is going to explode, man. Goddamn fucking man. What the shit? Goddamn broccoli soup I ate? Stupid ass broccoli gave me goddamn farts in my ass? I mean, it would be weird if the farts weren't in my ass. Imagine farting through your mouth. It's called burping. Funny joke. No, but imagine if instead of burping, you'd fart out of your mouth. That would be disgusting. That would be so fucking disgusting, man. So I'm glad that we fart out of our asses and not our mouths. Cause that shit is even too kinky for me. No, it's not. Fart in my face, please. Fart in my mouth so I can fart your fart out of my ass. Okay, enough. Enough, Aceox. Chill. This is getting disgusting. It's not even creepy anymore. It's just disgusting. Disgusting! Bye.